everybody.
Hey,
Hey.
Gwen, I love that video intro. Wasn't she gorgeous?
Yes, it's awesome. And y'all, I'm feeling so much better. Thank you too for telling me to take my damn zinc. That helps me a whole lot. I don't look like walking death over here tonight.
You scared us last night, man. I'm gonna
Did
tell you
you?
what.
I know you were feeling bad. I've been feeling kind of rough today too, but I'm in the best mood. Isn't that
Me
weird
too.
when your body says, no, you're sick? And really? Because I got a good mood going. It's kind of crazy.
I think it's
Well,
great.
Well, I have sort of
well,
an ulterior motive. My wife told me if I don't get better, I don't go to Gettysburg. My ass is going to Gettysburg. Sorry. I'm going to fight to get better.
that's right. That's right. Plus, I do want to make a quick announcement, you guys. Last night was very big. We had Laura Marini on the show. And for those of you that joined us last night, thank you. If you're watching now and you missed last night, just scroll back a little bit. Go to our YouTube page or go to Gwen's wall, Blaine's wall, my wall, and you can see it. Laura is the executive producer of the History Channel, and she was great to have on the show. Very informative, very down to earth, and that makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, she was as interested in what we were doing as we were, and with what what she's asking us questions, we're asking her questions. It was really cool. But she is teaching a class. So this is Laura. This is not the right date. It's coming back. But yeah, so last night we had on one of my channels of the 8, 600 was 66,732 live views.
Ooh.
It's not the cat eye one, Gwen. It was the public page. And when I checked I was like, what in the world? When I checked the analytics, July 6th, whenever we did, we had to take a break and we had some of the greatest shows, replayed. It had a spike again too. So our older shows, ones that have already been watched that are not live, they still rock. And we thank you guys. And it takes a team, it takes a tribe to make these things happen. Hey. So, yay. So for another great show, we have Deb Lantz. Guys, Deb has been on a lot of shows. If you go back and watch the show with Laura, we talk about Deb. She was actually on A Haunting 3 different times. Yeah, and her shows are now on the rotator, the carousel on Haunt TV. It's cycles. So I get to see her about every other day on there.
Yeah, we do.
So, one of A Haunting. Hey, Michael, thank you for watching.
Yeah, Lee, it's either myself, you, or Deb. Like every time I look at Matt, I'll see us 4 on there just popping up.
Yeah, and then it'll flip over and it's Gwen.
Yeah.
Gwen.
I'm Puppy, and
it'll
everyone's
go back
like,
up.
hey, how you doing?
Yeah. It's really cool, and we do get to see the Family Spirit one. That's why Matt, he didn't film with us for Monster Quest, but he did with Family Spirits, with haunted. What is it? Ghostly Encounters? No, that's not right.
No, it's
Haunted.
Is it Haunted Encounters?
What, Matt?
I was just saying, Jesus, take the wheel.
Oh, have you? So Michael said that Jesus, take the wheel, Matt said about me. But the reason why I get it mixed up is because there is a Ghostly Encounters on Haunt TV. And then it's this one, which is with Brandon Alvis. It's whatever it is, Family Spirit.
Spirits with an S.
Spirits.
Yeah.
I'm going to get this because we actually had our sweet friend Kevin Ott on the show, and I got it wrong then. Haunted Discoveries.
That's it.
Oh, there you go.
Haunted Discoveries / Family Spirits. And Laura, help advise a little bit with that. Let's go ahead and bring Miss Deb Lantz in because she's done a lot of these things too. There's Deb.
Hey, Deb.
So, are you a fan of Brandon Alvis's filming?
Oh yes, I really like that gentleman. When I told my son, I said I think I've met him at a convention years ago. He looked so familiar when we were filming with him, And he's such a kind, gentle spirit. He's very respectful. And when he shared with me his own story of loss, it really touched me.
I know.
It just, the amount of loss that young man has gone through is pretty horrendous. We all have our stories, but his is pretty bad. So when he shared that with me, it really touched me, and I have a lot of respect for him. So yeah,
Right
I
on.
absolutely loved him and his crew. Super professional, ultimate professional people, and some of those people in the crew have become my friends recently. Like send me friend requests, and like they're just amazing people.
That's cool.
You know, what I like about how Brandon, oh, hey, Teresa. I really would love for you to come to Deep South. She and her husband are the ones that put it
Yes.
together. And for us, it is a family reunion, but we get into the most incredible topics. I mean, it's a deep dive every time we go. Either we're
Oh
meeting someone that has a haunted place or we're looking at haunted objects, and there's always something. They're
yeah,
very, very intelligent, down to earth people. So with that combo, you feel welcomed to do a rabbit hole, get into
that sounds
everything.
wonderful to me. I'd
Yeah,
love
you would
to go.
love,
Maybe
you would love
next
it.
year I'll make it. I absolutely will try to go next year. That sounds like
The,
such a neat
the food
place.
is amazing. The
Oh,
food is
yeah.
amazing.
Not to mention how cool an area it is. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And it's not very expensive to get, hotel rooms or to eat there. It's actually very reasonable. So that makes it even more fun because you're going to a
yes,
place that's,
yes.
you're getting a lot of knowledge and experience, but you're not having to pay the, the price. Oh, yeah, we love you
It's a
too.
family reunion. We always say that. It is,
Yep.
Deb. It is.
She's also a publisher. Teresa has published her own books, and she makes homesteading types of recipes. And she makes cowboy, what is it, cowboy?
Caviar.
I think it might be, it's not caviar, but it's like a hot
Yeah,
pepper kind of a chow.
my
Ooh,
mom
it's
used
so
to make it.
good. Yeah, she
Yes.
makes a lot of great things. Hey, Stan, that's her
Thanks,
other
All of
Stan.
us
half.
confident. Thank you guys. I got to make a video
Yeah,
for Stan. Don't forget to tell me too, because
yeah,
I
Yeah,
I
you
got
better
forgot.
do it.
to.
I did mine today for him.
Well, I've been in the
Yeah.
road. Yeah. Candy. She says it's
Yeah,
candy.
cowboy candy. Thank you, Teresa. My brain just farted. I don't know.
I
Well, they're
call
good
those,
people.
I call those senior moments.
That I'll call it that. But I've had them my whole life, I think I'm just an airhead. I don't.
I
That's
just
true.
call it CRS. Can't remember shit. So
Yeah,
There it
there you
is.
go.
I
That's
like that.
it.
So I was going to say Brandon has a camera style that I've really grown to love. It's a combination between a documentary style,
Yeah.
but yet it's got a social media feel to it. You feel
Mm.
like you're actually in the investigation, and there's somebody going in, and all this is going on in the room. And so here you go in with the camera guy, and they're talking amongst each other, and you're kind of like watching back and forth. What's going on? What's going on? And then they tell you, and then it happens in front of you, and then you get the cameraman's reaction,
Yeah.
not just the people that are doing the interviews and the investigation. I mean, it's
Yes.
a group effort.
Yes.
I
Yes.
felt like I thought of the toxic side of me thinks I could just step out there and just hang with them and just do the thing. I'm just like, I could do this. I know all you guys, because I feel like I'm so submerged in their show. I mean,
Right.
it'll pull you right in.
Well, plus I
And
think what makes that show unique is like there isn't one star on the
right,
show. There's no Zach Bagans. It's like everyone has equal input, equal
yeah.
showtime, and that's what makes that show so authentic and relatable, I think.
Well,
it does.
I have a love for Kevin Ott because
Oh,
that man,
yes.
he is
Sweet.
really a hot dog, man. What I mean by that, he's got law enforcement background. He's a professional diver. When they went to Bobby Mackey's before it was torn down, he actually got down in the well. I mean, just fearless. And he
There
comes
is
up with a big
no way I
smile.
would go in that
Love
well.
it. I'd love it.
I would,
I know you would. And there's
because
so many things.
most of that stuff there was manifested by people coming there.
Yeah,
I can tell you
know.
this: when I investigated it, the only spirit I picked up was Carl, The rest of them down there are all manifestations of
My
people's-
fear of that is nothing to do with the ghosts. My fear of going down a well is I cannot stand enclosed spaces.
claustrophobic. Understand?
Yes, and like
I am not.
if I get on an elevator and more than 3 people get on, I'll get off.
Oh,
I need.
I've got bad
space.
claustrophobia too. I cut casts off. It doesn't
Really?
matter how badly it's broken. I will cut it off in 3 days. I'll
Oh.
tell them you can put it on. Oh, okay, Michael. Thank you for watching a little while.
well, they have
No.
air casts and stuff now. I think I'm blessed, or maybe, well, I don't know. But back, I used to teach confined space rescue, and you
Yeah, I
have
know you
guys that were
did.
6, 7, and they look at my little 5'4" self and be like, "How'd you get in there and not have a panic attack?" And I'm like, I can't say the words that I've got bigger than you do.
Well, what was funny, I've been in confined space my whole life because I was an aircraft guy.
Right.
And the thing that freaked me out the most when I was having my radiation done, they put this mask on your face, this mesh. Then they strap you down to a table, and I just panicked. I had to have them give me medication just to calm me down because I was ready to choke somebody. I did not like that at all.
No. No. No.
I
No.
hate that. I
I
hate
couldn't do
that
it.
for you. I really do.
They'd have to slip me a Mickey for real.
I'd slip you a Mickey on the way. That's
Oh,
how it would go. I'd be like, "Look, here, just
they
drink
gave me a-
this."
They gave me a high anxiety pill where I
Mhm.
could get my treatments done.
I need a high anxiety pill, a nasal spray, an enema, high anxiety everything. I need it all. I get down in something like no.
I would agree with everything except for the enema.
Yeah, that's good.
That'd be a hard no for me.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
If I'm getting down in some kind of confined, just whatever it takes, please.
Yeah.
Oh, while we've got the Deep South gang watching, I wanted to pop this up. You guys, I know that there are people watching that's going to Deep South
hmm
that would like tickets. Gwen, we probably need to mention that tonight, that we have tickets to give away.
We do, and I'll be real with you. You want tickets? We won't do the quiz thing tonight. You want tickets? You go into Deep South? Hit us up. Hit me up. Hit Lee up. Hit Blaine up.
Put
hit
a message
Deb
in
up.
chat.
He'll tell us.
Hit
Yeah,
Deb.
get in chat.
Mhm.
A lot of people, I know I have people tell me, I just don't know what to chat about. And I'm like, well, just say, hey. We don't care.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Introduce yourself to the people in the chat and say hi
Ask
to
the
them.
question that you've always wanted to ask.
there you go, because this is your chance. But yeah, if you want a ticket, just hit us up and we will get you a ticket. We will.
But
We'll
Gwen
get
can tell you guys, we've got some people that get in that chat and they'll be like, hey, babe. Hey,
Yeah.
what you doing?
Don't go
What
there,
you doing?
Lee. Don't go there.
Get out of there. Stop it. This ain't the time. Go find somewhere else to be, yo. But they will. Like last night, it's like, hey, what's up? Add me. Yeah. For
But
real
no.
right now.
No,
But
Real
this is what I
good.
wanted to. Thank you, Blaine. This is what the project that Stan and Teresa have challenged me with. The Haunted Object Roadshow. I haven't done it in a little bit, so it's time to do it again. Besides bringing my haunted objects, I'll be, going onto this like a stage or into an arena of some sort that they have available. And I'm going to do some live readings to see if we can figure out what the heck is in those objects and see if we can balance them out or if they need to be repossessed. If somebody wants to give them up after they've. Here's the thing. I'm going to interrupt myself, but I've noticed that if somebody brings me a haunted object,
Mhm.
and I mean, we can investigate it. Yeah, this thing's haunted, whatever. And then we balance it because they want to keep it. Hey, thank you so much, Ice
Thanks, Jay.
Spooky. Then after it's balanced, I'll go to give it back to them. They don't want it anymore.
Yeah.
It was like the feeling that
Yeah.
was so intriguing to them that they wanted to hang on to it. And once it's balanced, they don't want it.
Was
Oh,
that a
that's
haunted
interesting.
hair clip you were using?
Yeah, just a hair clip.
Yeah, she just grabbed it.
I,
Well,
I,
knowing
it's
Lee
better
is probably haunted anyway, so
Oh Lord, she said Shawana. We caught her shoving people in the closet.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Y'all just hilarious.
Shawana is an amazing lady. They are so lucky to have her on the Deep South team and part of the paranormal team that they have.
Mm-hmm.
But she can cook. She is something special. I keep telling them we're going to steal her and bring her back to South Carolina, but I keep getting threatened.
We'll have
Well,
to share.
she always tells me that she's a leading member of my fan club. So
I love that. Now that's cute. That's so cute. Well, night before Monday night, Gwen did something new, and it is called Uncensored Podcast with David J. Paul.
I do.
And that is a groundbreaking show because it's not supernatural. So this is the big thing for us. We're starting to look at more topics, different shows, different topics. We do have someone that does, like health and wellness, but he hasn't been available to do many shows lately. So we are, spread the word, guys. We are looking for a haunted Furby.
Ah, that's interesting.
That'd
be
I would
freaky.
love that. I've
Turn it
always
up.
wanted to take a Furby and turn it into a ghost hunting tool. Can
no,
you
Drew,
imagine?
I had actually one that cussed that would drop F-bombs on you. And that's not in their vocabulary.
What? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Imagine watching Furby cuss. That would be weird.
It was quite entertaining for me.
So we are looking for new content.
Yes.
As far as not just the paranormal, we want to do other stuff too. And let's face it, it's easier to sell, jelly or pickles or somebody wanting to sponsor a trip or whatever for their business, because not everybody's interested in ghosts, it might be easier if we're talking about actors or if we're talking about landscaping and gardening or cooking,
Or history.
Yeah.
or history. Exactly.
I mean, Lee, that's why you called it All Access Network. So,
Yes.
Appropriately named.
Well,
And-
we have been here, let me pop that up. Yes, we are looking for different types of content, and Gwen's going to be overloaded, but we're going to try to figure this out. If we have to do pre-recordings and things, I don't know, but
But you
If-
have to fit
once
in
we-
and you have to be legit. We don't do poo poo and we don't do bad people. We don't do poo poo. I'm going to say it like that.
Yeah,
Everybody
we don't
already
do
knows
drama
that
of
about
any
me, though.
kind.
I can't handle that.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
and all I got to say is we got bigger things coming. So you might want to jump on board now.
Yeah. Yeah. The topic tonight, thank you, Sean. You gave me a segue right into it. Deb gave me, I have seen them from Blaine. Okay. Oh, this
Oh, it's
thing
gutted out.
gutted out and would say his name. Oh my God.
An appearing room. Oh, okay.
That's what I
Wow.
call a CLB, a creepy little bastard.
That's it.
Yep.
So, Deb gave me a story. There's someone, it was a TV production company that was looking for some stories, and it had a specific, we were looking for specific things like extreme cases. And you gave me one about an exorcism that you experienced. And I know that's not necessarily a cryptid, but it is extreme. When you talk about cryptids, usually it's not, most people don't have a warm and fuzzy, although there
Right.
are some that are very special, like the butterfly people that protected the family during that huge hurricane, not hurricane, but tornado, and the only thing that was left of their house was the closet they were in. And the children saw these creatures opening their butterfly wings to protect them. That's
Wow.
nice. But
Yeah.
there are those, but for the most part, cryptids can be pretty menacing. And what you experienced was very menacing too. So I just wanted to see if there's a way that you could talk a bit about the experiences that you saw. I don't want you to give away anything you're not comfortable talking about. But
Are you talking about when I had to have an exorcism performed on myself?
yeah.
I was at a paranormal convention with my son. This would have been, gosh, 15, 12 years ago. I'm really not sure. And I was warned by a friend at that time not to go. He was very intuitive. He said, I don't think this is good for you. And I said, I have to go. They're paying for my hotel. They're paying me a fee. I'm very good about keeping my word.
Yes.
Unless it's something, dangerous for me, which at that time, I'm like, oh, I'll be fine. I'm going to honor my commitment. And so we went and we got in our hotel, and like the hotel room felt off, but I don't want to give away the host of this convention because I don't believe they have anymore, because it was terrible. And terrible energy was what I'm referring to, because the people that were going to this convention were really dark. I don't know why. A wonderful friend of mine, who was Archbishop of the Old Catholic Church, was there.
James
And
Long.
I'm sorry?
James Long.
Yes.
Yeah, he trained me in how to do a Catholic rite exorcism. I'm the only pagan that can do one in the whole world.
Well, thank God he was there. Literally,
Yeah.
thank God. We checked our hotel room. All right, it was a little creepy. The hotel itself was part of the investigation of this convention. They were going to take you around and investigate. I'm like, wait, our hotel's haunted? I'm like, And so I'm like, all right. So we separate table at the convention, and the people that were coming in, I just felt like horrible dark energy around lots of these people. Like, they were not there for paranormal curiosity or supernatural curiosity. It's more like the people that this convention attracted were just dark in general. And I don't want to call people out or anything, but their energy was toxic.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw Archbishop Long. We were at his table. I said, hey, we talked and chatted. He's a wonderful friend of ours. I love him dearly. That man will take a bullet for someone.
Yes, he would.
Precious.
And, we did our convention that day. Went back to the hotel room that night. And that evening, there was a party. You know how conventions host parties for celebrities. And I said, you know what, Nick, I'm really, really tired. I have to go back to the hotel room. Just drop me off and you can come back. So I went to the hotel room by myself, and Nick drove back to where the party was, which is a different location. And I take my shower, get in bed. I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. The room still felt off. And that's how you describe it. I just felt, maybe it's because I was tired. I did this long drive. The convention that day was toxic. I'm like, So I went to sleep, and I had an eye mask on because I like sleeping. I don't like light when I sleep. And I also sleep with earplugs because I don't want spirits waking me up. And so I had my mask on, my earplugs, and I'm, in a deep sleep. And then I woke up and something felt weird. So I started saying my prayers. And I always say my prayers and before I go to bed and first thing in the morning. So I'm saying my prayers. And this is what I felt was the most disturbing thing, because I thought when you pray, you'd be protected. And all of a sudden I felt, and I came on, I couldn't see anything because I had my eye mask on. So I'm laying in bed on my back, praying. And a pillow gets put over my face and smashed down. And at first I started laughing. I'm like, I thought Nick had snuck in. And I didn't hear him because I had my earplugs in. And I said, Nick, what are you doing? And I immediately whipped off my eye mask, and there wasn't anyone there. And the pillow had been tossed on the other bed when I sat up. So something had been pulling a pillow down on my face. And when I sat up and whipped my mask off, the pillow flung to the bed where Nick would have been sleeping. And it took me a few minutes to process that. I was really unnerved. I'm like, what the hell just happened?
Mm-hmm.
And I jumped, and I thought, maybe he's hiding in the bathroom. Maybe he's quicker than I thought. I went in the bathroom, ripped open the shower curtain. I'm looking in the closet, and I'm like, there is no one physically here. And then I just started shaking. I'm like, something bad just happened. And so I called Nick on his cell phone. I said, Nick, you have to get back to what happened. He's like, I'll leave right now. I said, stop at Walmart and get some sea salt and we had sage. We said, I want to double up and sea salt this room and blah, blah, blah. So he did that, came back, we sea salted with sage. All right. But I still felt really off. I now felt off. I was shaky. I started to feel like I was getting the flu. So we go to the convention the second day, and that's the day that I was going to do my speech, my talk. And Archbishop Long, I said, can you just put a blessing in the room where I'm going to be doing my speech? She said, sure. So he did a blessing. And that whole day I was on the verge of tears. Like I would just cry, not cry, cry, not cry. And I was, again, feeling very flu-like. I walk in the room where Bishop had just done his blessing. All of a sudden I was back to normal. I was fine, happy, ha, 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 ha. Did my lecture, came back out of the room, immediately I was hit again with the chills, the crying. Later on that night, I go back to the room. I'm like, Nick, we need to go home. I don't feel right. He's like, Mom, let me just call Bishop Long and just explain to him what's going on. So he did. Bishop came over. He walked in the room. He looked at me and he pulled out his exorcism box. And he said, I'm going to do a minor rite of exorcism on you. I said, all right. I mean, I still just, I don't know if I just had a look about me or Bishop just knew like something's not right with her and maybe she has some type of attachment. So he's saying the words. He had another friend of his there, a friend of ours, Kat, who worked with Bishop Long at that time. And she's sitting behind me, and Nick's across the room in a chair, and Bishop's in front of me, and he's swinging the incense in front of me. And all of a sudden, out of my mouth, and I swear to God, I don't know where it came from. It didn't feel like it came from me. I go, keep that shit away from me. And I said, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said that. And Bishop Long said, I do. And so he got out his oils, his whole bunch, so did his stuff. And then I felt physically sick. I started dry heaving. And Nick started to come over towards me. I said, stay back. I just said, stay back. Don't come near me. And after a few minutes, Bishop finishes up, and I felt so much better. I mean, I felt like a weight had been lifted off me. And he said, you had an attachment, very negative one. He said, and when I got rid of that attachment, it actually cut me, and his finger had been cut and was bleeding as he released this entity from me. So that was probably one of the scariest experiences I've ever had, because I wasn't myself and I knew it, but I couldn't get rid of it. I wasn't able to figure out that something had attached itself to me. I just thought I was tired, maybe I was getting sick, whatever. And so we checked out from the hotel the next day. Come to find out, the hotel room we were staying in was where a lady had, this is absolutely horrific, had brought her daughter who had been sexually abused. And the lady killed herself, and her daughter saw it in that room. I'm like, why in the heck did they put us in this room knowing that I am who I am? And so I talked to manager. I was, yeah, blah, blah, blah. That happened. And so I started researching more, like, it's just an awful scenario. And I've never gone back there. I'll never go back to the town ever. And I'm certainly not going to go back to the hotel room. But it was pretty awful. And I talked to some people after I talked to Lee to try to get more information. And literally no one wants to talk about it. No
Yeah,
one.
it's shut down on you. Yeah.
And so
Trying
I'm
to get
like,
some for you too, and I just can't.
yeah. And like the gentleman that was there, there was other young paranormal investigators there, and they witnessed the whole thing. And they're like, yeah, we had some disturbing stuff in our room, which is directly below your room. I'm like a mattress was flipped over like the same night, and other people had attachments. And like when the room below us, when the paranormal investigators below us left their room, because Bishop Long blessed their room too, blessed our room and their room. When they left the room, a guy got cut as soon as he stepped out of the room, because the hall wasn't blessed. Only our rooms were.
I wonder how she committed suicide. Did it involve a knife?
I don't remember.
You
I
know,
don't remember
because
that
people are
detail.
getting cut. Yeah.
I don't remember. But I don't like to talk about it because it makes me disturbed. Oh, there's that little
She
kitty.
says hi,
Hi,
Hello.
Taterhead.
rather than just having ears,
But
I
it
just
was
thought
a
I'd
long
let her
time
see.
ago.
Sorry.
It's all right. It was a long time ago, and I just really had to put that behind me. But it was pretty traumatizing.
Of course.
There it was.
And
Well,
so
I wanted to tell you about something that my husband, a story that he told me from a soldier, and there's a little parallel there. And I wanted to get your opinion. There's one of the guys that was affiliated with Matt in his battalion and whatnot. This gentleman the soldier had to go for training, and he went to training, and the area he was at, I don't know if it was on base or off base, but it was rumored to be haunted, and he was telling, hey, Brown, this is going to be, oops, excuse me, I'm better. Okay. He was saying, this is where you should be. I shouldn't be here. You and your wife needs to come here. Well, he had checked in, and was trying to get everything situated. He had to go get these things done because he was getting ready for training the next day. And he got up to his room. Gosh, he was so exhausted, and he was trying to basically get ready. Lay out his clothes, get everything ready for the next day because he was going to jump in his clothes and run out the door. And something grabbed him by the arm. And he, because he had just laid down, and something grabbed him by the arm, and he had to fight out of the bed, fight through the room. Some of his stuff was being just, like somebody was just throwing all of his stuff on his head. And he said it turned him around, the next thing he knew, he was in his underwear out in the hallway.
oh my God.
And he couldn't get back in the room. And so he had to go downstairs to the desk in his underwear because it locked him out of the room. And he said, here I am. I can't help it because something just threw me out of the room. And they said that somebody had committed suicide in that room. And so they had to let him back in so that he could get his stuff and get situated so that he could go to a different room and go to sleep.
Right.
And it really affected him. He's not a ghosty. He's a soldier, Blaine, and just a very stoic one at that. And I just thought, what in the world? I thought about what scenario that hotel room had been in. It reminded me of your situation and how it was trying to attack you. Whatever was attacking that mother that was brought on by what happened to that poor daughter.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is my special hunting trap. Oh, look, I caught a fly. Let me jump on it.
Right.
I wondered about that for him.
Yeah.
And,
I don't know. What disturbed me most is I was saying my prayers. And I just really, that unnerved me because I always thought prayer would protect me. And that's when Nick said, we need to get Bishop Long in here. Because whatever this thing was that powerful. So
you had said your prayers before the attack, or you probably
I was still
going to sleep.
I was still saying them. I just had finished, and then the pillow was on my face, like pressing down, like I couldn't breathe, and I started laughing. I sat up real quick because I assumed it was Nick because we always prank each other, like.
Oh yeah, you've always been close.
So I sat up real quick. And I'm like, Nick, what are you doing? I ripped off my mask. God. Was there? I look over, and the pillow was on the bed was tossed on the bed next to mine. I'm like, I still hadn't clicked my brain. So, oh, he must have ran in the bathroom real quick. So I jump up, like, I'm going to get you. No one there. No one in the closet. No one anywhere. I'm like, I called Nick and me. He's like, yeah, I'm still at the party. I'm like, we have a problem. So, yeah. It was not good at all. But with your abilities, do you feel like this entity? Well, first of all, I know you're on the paranormal spectrum. It can see you. You can see it, right? You were feeling it, and it was trying to attach to you. I've gone through this thing over and over. I've read your story. I bet you I've read it 100 times because you're my friend, and what you went through, it scares me for you. And Nick,
Then what I pick up on is all those negative people that were at that event were casting stuff at you. That's what I pick up strongly.
I have no doubt. And that's what I was kind of alluding to before we went on air. I have a close circle of friends, and everyone else I have to keep at arm's
Like
length.
us.
Yes. Not you guys at arm's length. You guys are someone that I trust and I adore. But these conventions can be toxic at times, and some can be wonderful.
Yeah.
It just happened that this one drew in a crowd of people who practice dark arts.
Mm-hmm.
And if you talk to Bishop Long, I mean, it's been so long ago, but I'm sure he remembers this. He was commenting like that person has stuff around them. That person has stuff around him. He's like, this is bad. This is bad. And he had to like get his holy water out and kind of like sprinkle it around his table at the convention. It was just the people that were being drawn in were just not good people, practicing dark stuff. So that's just, I steer clear of that at all costs. So
Yes, we all do.
yes. So
I was just thinking maybe because of your gifts, you were able to hear and see and feel what this thing was saying. I don't know that you were actually possessed. I think it was maybe an attachment trying to. It's just you're very gifted.
well, it was trying to attach itself to me for sure, and it did, because obviously my mood changed. I was crying and felt like I had a fever. But this is the weirdest thing. As soon as he finished his rites,
Mhm.
it was like, I feel so much better. It was almost instantaneous. And he said, now you guys leave the room for a little bit. Let's let the room settle down, let the energy settle down, go outside. And I walked outside and I just released a lot of tears, but it was happy tears. And there was some friends of mine like, we understand. They were friends of mine from the paranormal who knew me before. There was like 4 people there who had known me at this convention. Everyone else I didn't know. And I don't want to get into too much detail, but there was a wedding there, and the wedding was a mockery of God. And
Oh no.
it was really, it made me sick to my stomach. And Nick's like, it'll be okay, Mom. We're watching them do this wedding at the convention. I'm like, this is wrong. This is so wrong. And I don't want to get into details just because these people are still out there, but the way they had the wedding set up was not holy. It was quite a mockery and disrespectful to everything that is holy. So I'm like, no. So yeah, that was pretty scary. I actually thought I was going to hear talking about a cryptid I had seen in Centralia, Pennsylvania.
That's the next one I was going to talk to you about. I just wanted people to, I mean, I wanted people to understand how that can happen. If you have
Yes.
gifts, especially, it's just been on my mind since I read your story. And wow,
Especially when you're sensitive, empathic, whatever you want to call yourself, psychic medium, whatever, seer. I think that makes us more vulnerable.
It does.
that's
And
what I wanted to talk
so,
about.
And then when we go off air, I'm going to teach you a couple little tricks that were taught to me that helped me quite a lot.
I've learned since then, but I'll accept anything you have to share with me. But I absolutely protect myself now. So I sage, I sea salt, I take sea salt showers or a sea salt bath.
Mm-hmm.
I light white candles because it just represents God to me.
Mhm.
And I pray before I do any investigations. I pray before I do any type of reading. I pray every day. It's just part of my routine. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was
Well, you were unsuspecting. I mean, here you were
absolutely,
there. It's a social gathering.
absolutely.
And even though they're doing their thing,
Yeah.
you know, why would it be interested in you other than it can see you?
I think, I mean, not to sound like I'm egotistical, but I think my son and I brought a lot of light to the convention, a lot of positivity.
You did.
And because of that, it made us targets. But it made me the main target. So
Sean's saying he dealt with attachments and taking them away from people, and they really are no joke. And I agree with Sean on that.
yes.
And Charles was saying before that, it has become a thing for people to be blasphemous because the shock value of it gets readings. You know,
Right.
have you seen this picture of whomever?
Right.
Yeah.
But I tell you, when people start ghost hunting, and I, because I am who I am and I do what I do, I can tell people are in it for what I would consider the right reason versus people are in it for, like what you just said, Latriana, for shock value. And, I'm going to get this ghost and I'm not scared of anything, blah, blah, blah. Well, you may not be scared of anything yet because it hasn't happened to you. But once it happens to you, you'll be singing a different tune. So, yeah.
Well, let's talk about Centralia because
Oh, yes.
Blaine filmed a documentary about Centralia, and the director of that, the videographer, the director, the brainchild, all of that is now the network. Gwen produces her. Her name is Robin Marie. So I'm hoping she'll be able to see this. It'd be really cool.
I'll make sure she
about what
does.
Please, Gwen. Thank you. What do you? Go ahead. Roll away, Deb. Tell us all.
Well, oddly enough, this was with Robin Marie.
No way.
Did you
No.
film the second one with it?
What?
Did you film the second one with her?
I didn't film anything with her. She's filmed us, if that's what you mean. It was supposed to be for a CD she was promoting. I don't know if the CD was ever made. But to make a long story short, I met Robin at a convention and she needed a ride home. Her ride just left without her. So I said, well, I just met her. So you come home with us. We have an extra bedroom. And she came in with us and spent the night. And then she got a hotel, or she got her air flight out of Columbus when we lived in Columbus, Ohio, the next day. So that's how I met Robin Marie. But she invited me and my son and another ghost hunting group to Centralia, PA, because she was going to make a CD. And she wanted to send her CD back when people made CDs or DVDs. I meant DVDs.
Yeah.
Excuse me. And so we went and spent the night, and I didn't even know what Centralia was. And we get there, and I'm like, what? And if you don't know anything about Centralia, it is a story in itself. I think that'd make a really cool documentary.
Yeah.
But Centralia, if I remember right, it was a coal mining town.
Yes.
And before that, it was a huge Native American hub. I think it was the Ling something. Oh shoot, I have to look it up again. But there were several tribes in the area, and it was a major area for the Native Americans there. But when it was a coal mining town, and then the coal mines kind of dried up. And so the powers that be like, well, let's clean up this area, this pit. They set a fire in 1962, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it was supposed to clean up this pit. But what they didn't know is the fire got underground. And it's been burning since 1962 and releasing toxic gases. And they've been trying to figure out how to, to kill the fire. And they have had no luck at all.
Wow.
And
yeah, it's still burning.
yeah, Deb, and what we learned when we were filming the Ghost of Fire, the first one.
Oh, you were in Ghost of Fire.
Yes.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. And what we were told by a geologist is there was enough methane and coal in there to burn for over 1,000 years. They're never going to be able to put it out. They've tried explosives to stop it. It just made it worse. And the original story was it was a 4th of July celebration, and the mayor told the city to go in there and burn this pile of rubbish. Well, they caught it on fire, and it caught the whole underground. And not many, Charles. There's the city and the Centralia itself. There's nobody in the city limits. They live on the outside of. They have a fire chief, a mayor, and a police chief. That's all they have.
Yeah. I'm going to turn a light on. I didn't realize how dark it is.
It just got dark all of a sudden.
Yeah, let me turn a light on real quick.
Okay. I just messaged Robin. If she sees it, maybe she can go back.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I did not know, that she was actually, that this included Robin. We should have invited Robin on the show for tonight. I didn't know.
This is cool. Now, Deb, what I had to deal with there is I didn't film the first time she went, but it was still on the same documentary. When I went there before, there was a bunch of, I'm going to say it, they were dumbasses that provoked.
There it is.
They provoked a Native American chief.
Oh, no.
That's what I saw. So let me tell you what I saw. We went to a cemetery, and I don't remember if it was a cemetery behind a church or if it was just like a public cemetery. But one of the things about Centralia is that it's literally on fire from underground. So you'll see steam shooting up from the ground, which is eerie in itself. But imagine it's in a cemetery and you see steam shooting up out of the ground from tombstones. So that's part of the ambiance of what we were, what we're encountering.
Ooh wee.
And so we're walking in this cemetery. I'm like, I said, I wonder if the coffin's on fire. And she said, could be, And we're walking, and back in the back left-hand corner of the cemetery, there's like a grove of trees, pine trees. And I walked back there, and I saw something. I did a about face walk back. She goes, "What'd you see?" I said, "I'm not sure. Give me a second." And what I saw looked like Native American in a headdress, but his body wasn't human. It was bizarre. It was like I saw him from the waist up, headdress, and then the body looked furry. I don't explain it. Like
it was
furry.
a shapeshifter.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, and its legs kind of look like horse legs, or I'm not sure. And it saw me, and it turned around and went the other way, and I saw it. I went the other way, and that was the only time I've seen anything with my physical eyes like, oh, that's not really normal. That's not in nature. What the hell did I just see? So Robin,
Wow.
Let me ask you this, Deb. Did his legs look like it could have been a wolf?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. You saw the same thing that I did. I had to do a Native American appeasement ceremony to get this thing from being so pissed off, and he was livid.
Yes. I told Robin, I said, this thing was emitting such anger. And I said, I feel like it was angry at us, but it's angry at everyone in general. I feel like he's also protecting something.
Yes, that was his native land.
Right.
That was his hunting ground. That was where his family lived. Then if you watch, I think you can still find it on Amazon, but Ghost of Fire, they show me doing a Native American appeasement ceremony.
Oh, wow.
Well, when we saw it, all right, it was probably about 10 or 11 foot tall.
Yeah, it was really tall. It was really, really tall.
And when I did the appeasement ceremony, he struck back down to his normal height, and his wolf legs were gone. He had legs with, buckskin on and moccasins.
He was part of the wolf clan, so he was using that spirit.
Do you remember what Native American tribes were there? I don't remember. They're like the Lang.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm looking it up.
Gwen. Let me pop this picture up.
Yes, that's it.
Here's a picture of Centralia on fire. I just wanted, people watching to get an idea of what in the world. And look at this.
Good
you can actually fry an egg on that road right there.
Yes.
In November.
Yes. It was just creepy in general to think the earth is on fire below my feet, and at any point we could drop into this fire.
I know.
And we went to a church. I don't remember if you guys went to that church. It was a white church up on a hill, Blaine.
It was a Russian Orthodox church.
Yes. And we were there in the winter. It was freezing cold us, I remember. But that church was a little bizarro.
Yeah.
And then we went, I'm trying to remember all the places we went there. I'm like, I don't feel comfortable being in this community because Nick was a minor. And he's my son. I don't want him falling through the earth's crust into a blazing fire. or any of us.
No shit.
But I'm like, I don't know if this is a good idea. But that was the only cryptid thing I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I've seen like stuff in woods and stuff at night, but I feel like that's more paranormal-ish,
But it's both, actually, because a skinwalker or a shapeshifter is a paranormal or a cryptid creature.
Right.
I just think it's cool as hell that you saw the same thing I did.
Yes. Yes. It was back in the woods behind a grove of pine trees in a
Yes.
cemetery. And the cemetery, if I remember right, had like either a low stone wall around it, or like there was some kind of fencing around it. And the trees were outside the cemetery. And
Yes.
that's where the creature was, outside the cemetery. It wasn't inside. It was just literally right on the other side of this wall.
He sure was.
And I'm like, I'm going to walk really quickly back up to my car because I don't know what I just saw. So it was just scary and tall. I remember I just stared at it for like maybe, it felt like minutes, but I'm sure it was like 3 seconds. I just remember looking up and seeing this long headdress and looking down like, wait, what am I seeing? Is this a man? Is this a horse with a collar? I mean, I couldn't figure it out in my mind. So, and then once it clicked in, like, man, I should be here. I did about face and walked right back to the car. Like,
Well, me being who I am, I had to appease that poor spirit because what they did to him was wrong. And you know, now you piss off a Native American spirit, you would rather have a group of demons coming after you than a pissed off Native American spirit.
yeah.
They'll make demons look like child play. But I'm glad I got to make that spirit happy again.
Well,
I've had
also,
to do it.
aren't you also have Native American blood in
Yes,
you?
I'm Cherokee along with Lee and Gwen's Creek.
So
I'm
She's Cherokee
somehow.
too.
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
you
Cherokee
guys
too.
might have had a little bit of advantage over super Caucasian, Irish, German Deb. So ultra Caucasian
Wow.
chick versus some with little Native American blood. But yeah, that scared me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did anybody else
That
see it
one
when you
scared me
did?
too.
Like the same visit?
I don't think so. I just remember I walked back by myself. I was walking, when you're tuning in, you kind of get in your zone. And I was
Yeah, you're
being
like,
pulled-
woo, radar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I was just being drawn to the back left-hand corner of this cemetery. And as I'm like, trying to figure out what was drawing me back there, what energy would pull me back, this creature thing stepped up behind the pine tree and just kind of like leaned in, leaned into me. I'm like, ooh, no. I got your message. I'm out of here.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be intense.
That's
I mean, no
intense.
disrespect. I'm here as a favor to this lady, Rob Marie. I'm going to go back to my car and get the hell out of Centralia. So
Deb,
Yep.
was her son Chris with her?
no, it was just Robin.
Okay.
No.
I think what you did is you filmed for part 2 because Christopher Lone Wolf or whatever his name is was all in the first one, and he's married and got his own family now, so I don't think he did the second one with her.
Well, I remember Robin had hired like a crew to film, and that something fell through. So she had bought her own little video camera that she did not know how to operate.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't think we're gonna make the DVD, but we had a good time.
Well, she's actually working on it right now. She's got it to an editor to edit the film. So the second part will come out and you will be on the second one. I promise you that.
It's been so long ago. I mean, it's been over a decade.
She's still working on it. So,
Oh, good for her.
yeah.
So yeah, that was.
And she got
pretty-
really sick with COVID and she's still not quite herself.
Oh,
Not-
really?
Yeah. She was telling me about it. I don't know, when we talked to each other, we clicked, and I just love her to death. I really do. I sent her a message today, so she'll message me back when she sees it.
Good.
Yeah. I've known Robin for a long time. We were on ParaX together back in the day.
Really?
Can you
Yes.
believe that?
ParaX
strange
and
how-
Z
isn't it
Talk
strange-
Radio.
Isn't it strange though how like you meet someone, then you kind of like drift apart? Not anything intentional, just life, and
Yeah.
then you circle back. Like Lee, like I had Lee on our radio show when Nick was in high school. Now Nick's 32, okay? So in high school, I had Lee on our show talking about our sons and a ghost is my child. And then years later, I'm like, wait, Lee Triana Brown. Oh, I know her. I'm like, I looked up to her, and then we're back in it again. It's just how life
That's how it works.
goes full circle.
Well, it was funny, Deb. I did your show and you've done my show.
Yes.
And we were both on Parax and Z Talk.
Yeah.
And then look, what, 20 something years later, we're back.
I know what I mean. It's just so weird.
Same thing. Still,
it's like the universe will keep circling the same people back in your life if you didn't get it right the first time with them. Like I feel like we should have done something more with that. But
yes.
during that time of our lives, we had distractions. At least I had distractions. And now here we are back together again. Like here we are again. If we don't get it right this time, we're going to be hooking up again another 10 or 20 years. So let's get it right.
We're not going to keep it that long. Yeah. Hey, I hope you're still around 20 years to come do the show with us, because we love it.
I would.
Yes, we do.
We're still on the air and doing shows.
When we had a radio show, though, I totally turned on and said, I am technology challenged. I totally admit it. I drive my husband and my son nuts. I'm like, wait, how do I do it again? I'm like, Mom, for crying out loud. Blah, 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 blah. So when I had a radio show, I could not have done it without Nick. Now Nick has his own house and all that. Yeah. So I said, I don't feel confident enough for me to try to do my own radio show unless it's like super dumbed down for me. Like, push
you want to hear something funny?
What?
I actually produced like 3 of the shows you did. Yep.
That's hilarious.
Well, the only one that could do producing was me and Scotty. And shoot, I was doing my show.
A moderator. Did you have a moderator?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Did you have a moderator? Blaine, did you have a moderator in the thing?
No. Getting on the server, Glenn would have a connection fit trying to get on that old server.
Honey, it was awful.
I would have come through the wires and snatched somebody and shook them.
You absolutely would have to.
Well, the worst of it was,
it was so terrible. And
you had some people that did shows on there, and they were allotted a certain time. Yeah. Well, they had to get off the server when you could jump on.
Right.
And there's many times that they would forget that they're supposed to get off the server.
Right.
And I'd be dog cussing them. Oh my God. I went back and listened to because I recorded every show that I did or produced. And you can hear me and I'm just dog cussing these 2 people for not giving the server back when they're supposed to. I was so livid.
Yeah.
And then it affected me doing my show. So when I finally got on air, I said I had to do a woosah moment, calm myself down where I could do my show without dog cussing them on air.
Right. Well, it was frustrating for me because I didn't know what I was doing. And, if my son had a football game or something, I'd be like, I don't know what I'm doing. My husband would try to help me. And I'd be like, I don't know. And also back then, it was the whole system was a lot different. It was difficult to get your show on air. It was difficult. And I would have the wonderful guests lined up and I'd feel terrible because it wouldn't air. Like it would cut out. Like we would be disconnected from the server. And I'd say, I'm so sorry. And so after doing that for 2 years, I said, you know what? This just isn't for me.
Yeah.
But maybe part of the reason we all circled back together is maybe I should get back in the game. But man,
maybe you should do a podcast, Deb. What you think? She's like, shut up.
We might know a guy. We might.
Somebody.
And the cool thing about it, you ain't got to do nothing but click the link like you did tonight. Gwen takes care of everything for you.
Everything.
If that's the case, I'm in.
She's Scotty.
Then you need to message me, ma'am. You need to. I'm Scotty. That's right. Be me up, Scotty.
I will message you when we get back.
Yes.
Next week sometime, I will message you. I have 50 million people I have to get back with related to my book. By the way, I have had some really great interviews with police officers of all the people who are willing to talk to me. It's the police and sheriff of they're coming out of the woodwork.
Ooh.
And I'm like, that would add so much validity to a book to have, first responders say, I won't go back to that plantation again. It scared the bejeebas out of me, blah, 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 blah. So that's a plus of this whole thing.
Especially because they're credible. And I've got so many referrals from police officers, first responders. They're like, hey, I had to go to this building the other night. Went through the whole building. There was nobody in there. But then as soon as we walked out of the building, lights started running across the top windows. So those guys were awesome, and it always gets you into places too.
Right.
Yeah. That's
Right.
they know the best places, the spooky places. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Even
And
though
they
I'm
don't
not going
trespass
there
because
ever
it's what
again.
brought you in there.
Yeah.
Well, this one sheriff I met, who I'm going to meet with him when we get back, I don't want to tell you too much because I'm going to give part of my book away, but he had an experience that I'm like, dude, are you serious? Where he was on call, he was flying down the highway, lights flashing, he was chasing someone. And at the bottom of the hill, he sees a man on a horse crossing the road. So he had to slam on his brakes. He said it's a foggy night. It says it was like set up for like a scary time, it's foggy
sure.
night, rain.
Mhm.
He had to slam on his brakes because what crossed the road, he said, it took him a while to process. He said he saw a man like a tattered uniform. And what stuck out to him was his headlights were reflecting off the buckles off this man's boots.
Mm-hmm.
And on the side of the horse was a lantern swinging. I'm like, well, that's what they did back in the Civil War. If they had trouble at night, they would hang a lantern on the side of the horse. They didn't have headlights.
Nope.
So, I mean, that's part of what I'm going to be talking to him about. Like, he has more
Nice.
stories than that. He said that was pretty intense for him. I'm going to go with him to that exact location when we get back.
Oh my God, Deb, you should absolutely do a Halloween special and a red carpet introducing some of the stories from your book.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Girl,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. We would all, we could all dress if we need to, like Halloween stuff. And
You don't
just
have to ask us
special.
twice to dress. Yeah.
No,
Me
we'll just
either.
do it. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
He's always a serial killer, because
Yeah.
they look like everybody else, he says.
Lee and I like to get weird. So yeah.
We need to add Robin, for this because,
Yes.
we got
I'm
our
a-
She's
Centralia
very
crew
theatrical
here.
because she did stuff on Broadway.
Yes,
Yes,
and
she
her
did.
daughter, when I knew her daughter was living in New York City. I don't remember what her daughter did, but her daughter was.
Giselle?
I don't remember. I didn't remember her name.
Her name's Giselle. She was a fashion designer in
Yes,
New York for a while.
yes. But I just there's stories these police officers and sheriffs have shared with me. I'm like,
Yeah.
holy
Isn't
shit.
it the truth? I'm addicted to Paranormal 911.
Yes.
Gwen can tell you, being a medic, retired, those people are seasoned for the moment.
Yes.
And when they have something that happens and it continues to happen, now it's happening to their partner, that was at the scene or whatever. Oh my gosh. I mean, and
Yes.
the way that they're able to give you the details of what happened, and they're trying to keep it within the same scope of what they always handle, but this one
Yes.
even that best of them.
Yes. Yes.
Wow,
And
I
they
love
had
watching that. That was a phenomenon. I wish they'd bring that
I
back.
love that. I love Paranormal 911 for that reason. But
Yeah,
I have
me
a lot of
too.
respect for first responders, first of all.
Absolutely.
And what they have to go through on a daily basis, I couldn't do it. So I have a lot of
Right.
respect for them. And when police officers are telling me, and one of them had to tell this to me off record because he can't use his real name in my book. I said, "You got it, buddy." But what some of the stories they've told me, it's like that's unbelievable, and it's all located.
Gwen's got some stories like that.
All location is in Franklin, Tennessee. It's such a
Woo!
paranormal spot
Spooky.
because of the Civil War.
Yes.
And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and so there's locations there that are just so steeped in history and hauntings. And like because you guys are all sensitives, there's locations where you will literally step out of a plantation home or a mansion, and the spirits come at you and they start pulling on your shirt, tugging at you. They want help. They want help.
Yes.
And I did an event on the part of the battlefield. This was 2 years ago. And I was tuning into a soldier who I saw coming at me from my left. And the host had a tripwire. You know those tripwires that like these purple lights? And so when energy walks by, the purple lights will move. And as I'm seeing this energy coming close to me, I'm describing him and the lights are going off. And everyone in the audience is like, what? And someone in the background became a friend of mine, had her camera out. She took a picture. And I put this picture in my book because you can clearly see the outline of a man looking back at me over his shoulder with a long what I would assume like a gun, looking over his shoulder at me as he walked behind me. I mean, it's so intense there. The energies are very much in your face. They feel very, it doesn't feel like there's a time slip. It feels like it's happening right then and right now.
Yes.
It's not like they're remembering it. These soldiers are still stuck in that
Still
moment.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're in that moment. And I don't know what it feels like to be a ghost, but what I can assume is when they see me and they see that I'm looking at them or I can communicate with them, they want to get your attention. Like, hey, help me. What's happening here? What, who are you, lady? What are you doing walking on the battlefield? So it's just if you guys ever come to Middle Tennessee,
I was going to say, we need a road trip, y'all.
Yeah, it's a road trip right
I'm
there.
feeling it. I'm feeling
Because
it.
you're not too far
Actually,
from either one of us, so.
Well, if we do an event, like every Halloween, we do an event, and that's my big event. And last year was at this place called Cherry Manor, which was pretty spectacular. But if we can talk about this off air sometime and maybe do some type of event,
That'd be cool.
man, it would be
I mean,
it'd be off the
let's
hook.
do it.
Because
would
with
be,
all your
because-
sensitivities, we would definitely be able to pull more soldiers out.
oh,
I
I
love
love
that.
I love battlefields anyway because I'm a huge history buff.
Same with my son, Lord.
I get so much stuff in battlefields. I tell you,
Yeah.
the best one I ever saw was up in Gettysburg, and
Yes.
over there where Devil's Den is, back there in the
Yes.
woods. We heard this rustling noise, and I watched this Confederate soldier walk out with his scabbard on his side, his riding boots on, the shiny belt he had on, the buttons on his shirt. The only thing he didn't have was a head.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
He got his head shut off, but that's what it was like we're looking at each other now. That's how clear he was.
Wow. Yeah, Gettysburg is one of my favorite places too.
Oh, I love that place. I can't wait to go next week. Oh, I'm so excited.
Like I said, I really like battlefield locations too, Blaine. I think that's primarily because of my son's passion for Civil War.
Sure.
But battlefield locations always get me. I always
Mhm.
have an experience on a battlefield. So we absolutely should do something together.
Absolutely.
The four of us.
Let us know because
I
we'll
agree.
promote the living crap out of it on All Access Network,
And everywhere else.
everywhere else.
That sounds
Yeah,
great.
we should do it. Let's take
Well,
a look at it.
Let's talk about that like the end of next week. I'm going to be meeting with the police officers next week, and this other lady next week wants me to show me her farm where it's supposed to be super haunted in Franklin. And when she asked me to figure out what it is, so I said, no
Ooh.
problem. So I'm going to be doing back-to-back paranormal stuff when I get back. And we'll sit down and the four of us can figure or five of us actually. No, four of us.
Well, Matt will come too. Lee's husband, Matt will
Matt
come.
will come,
Yes,
or
I was
if we-
thinking,
Or
He's
Robin
awesome.
Marie. but-
yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool too to get Robin in it. That'd be
So
nice.
anyway, we'll talk about that when we get back. But
Well,
We're a
we
little
got
over
plans,
time.
Stan.
well,
Yes.
Good time though.
Yes. Well, I guess that's the end of the show, Blaine. You know what we need to do.
We got to do it.
Here we go.
You got it, Lee?
Yep. You guys had a million things you could have watched tonight for your entertainment. You chose us. Thank you for being with us. You mean the world to us. And see you guys next week. This is one I hate to do, but I have to do every week. If you are a soldier, sailor, airman, Marine, or Coast Guard, or Space Force, and you're thinking about committing suicide, there's something you can call. Call 988. And it doesn't just work for veterans. It works for everybody. Call if you don't want to talk to somebody. It's free. It's confidential. They're there 24/7. And if you feel uncomfortable talking to them, contact me or Gwen or Lee or her husband, Matt. I've already talked down 5 since we started doing this.
It's been something.
It's been a mess.
Wow. Well,
Thanks, Charles.
that's all. Let me take this off everybody's face. Y'all have a great night, and thank you for watching. Don't forget that tomorrow is Wicked Wednesday on All Access Network. So stay tuned and stand out and stay wicked. Thank you guys for watching.
Have a good
Deb,
night.
stay on with us after we go off.
all right.
Take us out.